Bob and I have complained many times on this program about musicals made for movies that didn't really need to be made into musicals. You won't hear that complaint from me about Cry Baby, the stage adaptation of the 1990 film written and directed by John Waters. Mark O'Donnell and Thomas Meehan wrote the book for Cry Baby. At the heart of both the film and the musical is the conflict in the 1950s resulting from the emergence of nonconformists in a repressive society determined to marginalize anyone who challenged the values of a self-satisfied, privileged elite. It is utterly right for Cry Baby to be a musical because a similar conflict was going on in the music of the 50s. The sexually charged upstart rock and roll was challenging the safe, comfortable, popular music of the time. Waters' film had music, but the musical has a completely new score by David Javerbaum and Adam Schlesinger. They are completely at home in the musical styles of the 50s. This score sounds terrific in the rousing production at New Line Theater. The title character is Wade Crybaby Walker. He's the outsider in the show's 1954 Baltimore setting. At New Line, Caleb Majowski impressively calls to mind the young Elvis, the young Brando, and James Dean, who died young. Crybaby's backup group, the Drapes, are an oddly endearing bunch of misfits in the portrayals of Pepper Walker by Regan DeShane, Wanda Woodward by Jacqueline Amber, and Mona Hatchetface Malnorowski by Sarah Jean Dowling. The Drapes' social and musical rivals are the Whiffles, played with 50s conformity by Stephen Henley, Ian McCrary, and Christopher Strahan. The Whiffles' leader is Baldwin Blandish. Jake Blonstein captures Baldwin's hypocrisy as well as his conformity. Crybaby and Baldwin are the rivals for the affection of Allison Vernon Williams. Grace Langford sings beautifully as Allison and lets us see the emotional struggle within this good girl who wants to be bad. Allison is the charge of her grandmother, a pillar of Baltimore society. Margot Steino is fully believable when Mrs. Vernon Williams defends the status quo and when she transcends it. Marshall Jennings is the essence of cool as Dupre W. Dupre, and A.J. Sorrell is appropriately creepy as the mentally unbalanced Lenora Frigid. Todd McCallie is a Stitch in a variety of comic roles. The musical numbers crackle under musical directors Nicholas Valdez and Mark Vincent and choreographer Michelle Sauer. The show has an attractive look and sound thanks to Colleen and Evan Fornishon's costumes, Rob Lippert's set, Kenneth Zinkel's lighting, Kimmy Short's props, and Ryan Day's sound. The direction by Scott Miller and Mike Dottie Windsor displays the understanding you would expect from the company that brought Crybaby back from the dead. The show did not even have a licensing agency in 2012 when New Line mounted the first staging after the disappointing Broadway run. The original creative team revised Crybaby for New Line, reducing the size of the forces required. This version can now be licensed from the industry powerhouse, Music Theater International. New Line's current production is a well-earned victory lap.
Yeah, if you like that sort of high school musical, I guess so. But as you say, the music is very interesting. Let's hear some of it.